What's going on, everyone? I'm sitting here with my good friend Stefan and one of my students who was struggling to become a profitable trader from the age of 18. He's currently 22 years old and he wasn't able to achieve consistent profitability until he became a student of mine. We're going to be discussing exactly what took him from an struggling, unprofitable trader to finally being able to hit his first $10,000 month in trading. If you feel like you've been spinning your wheels in trading, pay attention because this might be exactly what you need to finally get to where you want. Let's get right into it. What's good, bro? How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, this is my student Stefan. You've been with me since I think February, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, and talk to me. How long were you trading prior to being with me?
So I've been trading for roughly around 3 to 4 years, but I have not been consistently profitable within those 3 to 4 years.
Okay, and what made you decide to finally take that next step and join and hire me as your mentor?
I seen that you was a very disciplined trader. You have a lot of your risk management is on point. Your psychology, you take psychology very seriously, and I just seen that you've showed me that, like, how could I explain it? Like, damn, I'm trying to think of an analogy. Fuck the analogy. Don't even matter. You've opened my eyes with the ICT mentorship, and that's really like changed my game of trading. The way you trade, like I never knew how to trade like that before, basically.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So when you first joined, what was the biggest noticeable difference in your training? Like, what was that breakthrough that finally got you to think, okay, like he actually knows what he's talking about, and I can actually apply it to what I'm actually like to the trading that I'm doing? Because you said you weren't profitable beforehand. So were you a break-even trader before? Were you making some profits and then losing it? You were just not consistently getting paid. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was definitely not getting paid, but I could say like one of the breakthroughs would be like, one of my first breakthroughs was understanding liquidity grabs. Instead of chasing candles, I learned how to read where the market wanted to go instead of actually like just jumping in. I was being more patient and waiting for trades instead of just chasing them. Waited for the liquidity grabs. That was something I didn't know about. But now, after I see liquidity grab, I know where the market wants to go, and now I'm able to be more profitable and actually execute properly.
So you'd say the most important thing that you learned was pretty much liquidity and how to use it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
Because that's where I was getting stopped out most of my trades.
so you would enter into a trade, put a stop loss, and then you get like wicked out, and then it would run in your direction.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's mad annoying. That's extremely annoying. That happens a lot, especially when you don't understand liquidity properly. Alongside liquidity, what else would you say helped you the most? I know you mentioned that before joining, you saw how disciplined I was. My psychology was on point. Is that something that you definitely benefited from inside of the mentorship? Is that something that stood out to you the most?
Yeah, definitely, because I take it more serious now. I was never as serious as I was before, and I feel like now since I've joined your program, I'm more serious about it now because I have you as a mentor. You're always in the group chat. You're always helping us out with whatever we need. Any questions, you're always there for us. So you're definitely a big help to me being profitable now since I've joined.
What implementations have you done? Like, what differently in your life outside of trading have you been able to implement since joining the mentorship? Because I know the Discord, the name of it's Dumbbells and Dollars.
Yeah,
from
so
reps
I'm
to
always
riches. That's the motto for the Discord. So
yeah.
what have you implemented in your life that's different than before?
I'm more in the gym now. I'm consistently in the gym. I'm constantly focusing on my business. I'm always like, discipline is big. A lot of people don't understand, like, it's the things you don't want to do that you have to do. Even when I wake up in the morning, I could just wake up and leave and go straight to work. But I wake up, I make my bed, I journal my trades before I go to work, so I'm prepared. A lot of people don't understand proper planning prevents poor performance, and that comes with discipline.
Talk about the importance of having a job while trading, because I emphasize that a lot. Like even till now, like you're still working. Why is it that you're deciding to work? And because I know a lot of people, they're like, well, screw this job, whatever. I don't want to have a 9 to 5. Like, what specifically is still keeping you working while you're still making money trading? Like, what is that reason? Why are you doing that? And how are you? And sorry to cut you off again. How are you balancing your schedule? Because a lot of people, their biggest excuse is I don't have time. But how you have a full-time job, you run your own business, and you're still trading. So how are you able to manage your time, and why are you still at your job?
Okay, so I would say I'm still at my job basically for the routine. It helps me keep a good routine because some people don't understand. Oh, I just want to quit my job and just be trading all day. But most of the time, people will quit their job and then they'll lose all discipline. They won't have a routine. They won't be on track no more. Now they're just out the loop. So they're not really even staying disciplined. But when you have a routine, when you have a plan and you're consistently sticking to that, it keeps you on track. But I feel like I'm still on my job because, like I said, it keeps me on track and I'm still making money that can help pay for my bills while I can use the money I make from trading to fund my business. Like you said.
Okay. Okay, cool. No, that's great. I always emphasize the importance of having a job because it removes the stress from trading, especially as a beginner. As you're learning and you're developing, obviously, like your goal is to make money. But one thing that I taught you and I teach all of the students is that your goal is not to, like, although it is to make money subconsciously, you don't want to consciously continue thinking about the money that you could make in trading because that's going to lead you to make impulsive decisions. Okay, when money is involved, emotions are involved, and our job as traders is to remove all emotion, and that's obviously impossible. But that's why we have rules in place. Talk a little bit about the discipline and the rules that you've implemented in your own trading and how that's helped you, become a profitable trader.
So like now, learning premiums and discount ranges from your strategy. I'm waiting for price to basically I'm waiting for the liquidity grabs. I'm waiting for the fair value gaps to get hit. I'm being more patient. I'm buying that discounts. I'm selling that premiums. Overall, before I had no discipline, so I would just take a trade. I was getting stopped out from liquidity, but now everything is more clear since I learned your strategy and selling at premiums and buying at discounts.
Talk to me a little bit about your entry model. How is it that you're entering trades? What exactly are you doing? Like
So
walk me
I
through
would
like
say,
your day-to-day process. Like when you from the moment you wake up, what does your routine look like? To the moment, like walk me through a regular day in your life.
yeah, so okay, I'll wake up, I'll wake my bed, I'll journal my trades, I'll get on the chart, I'll check if we're bearish or bullish on the 1 hour, see what happened during London session, mark out London highs, Asia's highs or lows, mark up everything. Then I'll go to work and it's kind of hard for me to check the charts. Like my entries, sometimes I get cooked on my entries because I'm at work and I don't have the time to get on the entries, or I end up end up continuation trading because like I'd see that the fair value gap got tapped, but we already broke below the zone. So I would just continue, put my stop loss in profit. And if it stops me back out, it is what it is. I didn't take the loss. I got stopped out in profit and I'll leave work. I don't rush any trades. I'll go to the gym, I'll shower, I'll make sure everything's good. If we have a call that night, I'll hop on the call and make sure everything's good there. And then I'll just, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for bed.
What does your night
Pretty
routine
good.
look like before you go to bed? What exactly are you
Night
doing?
routine?
Yeah, because you mentioned to me earlier off this call that you journal at night and you prepare and stuff. So what exactly are you doing? Like, and how do you journal your trades? What exactly are you looking to put in there?
So when I'm journaling my trades, mostly I like to take screenshots of the trades that I took previously. So I'd go in, I'd back test it, look at it, see why I entered, or if it was actually a good entry to begin with. And then I'll still be up probably like till like 11 o'clock at night. So I'd see like what's price doing that night, kind of mark out what I need there for the morning.
Okay, cool. And then you just go to sleep and then you wake up and you repeat.
Yep, basically, yeah.
Talk about how, right now, obviously, like as you were developing as a trader and you're getting to your goals, life is a bit boring. It's mundane.
Yeah.
It's repetitive. Talk about what kept you going during the times where it's hard. You're struggling a little bit. Maybe even like when you first joined the mentorship, you obviously didn't get immediate results. It took you time to finally understand everything. Like, talk
Yeah,
about
and
that time.
I feel like that's what it is though. I feel like that's what it is. It's always took me so much time and I've started 3 years ago. So I look back on my 18-year-old self like
And
we
how old are you
we
now?
start
How old are you now? You're 21,
I'm
right?
22. I'm
Oh, 22,
22.
22. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 4 years since I started trading. I was 18, I graduated high school. And I think about my past self and I had to sacrifice a bunch of stuff that I did in my past like before I thought trading was gambling and then I was like you needed to be lucky to win in trading. But fuck, I lost my train of thought.
You're saying
um
how before you thought it was luck.
um fuck. Lost my chain of thought, bro. I hate this shit. Basically, ask the question again. Ask the question again.
No,
Sorry.
I was saying I honestly forgot the question, but I think it was during the tough times in your
So I
life.
think about my past self. I think about my past self, right? I think about my past self, and I'm like, okay, I can't give up. I got to keep going. I love trading. Trading, like exactly. I know trading's not gambling. When you have a mentor, you have the edge. When you have when you're constantly being disciplined. So I think about my past self, and I don't want to give up on my past self because there's so much more to go, and I'm still growing.
No, 100%, bro. Yeah, you got to definitely, submit to that time that's necessary. One motto that my mentor person gave me is submission of time, which simply means that no matter how long it takes, you know that you're eventually going to get there. And especially when you see other people that have done or accomplished what you're seeking after, it's inevitable that you're going to succeed as long as you stick to the path and you stick to the blueprint that you have laid out in front of you. Okay, it's as simple as following steps A, B, C, and D. But then if you screw off and you do other things that are not according to plan, it's either going to delay the process or entirely take you off of the road to success. So no, that's really good that you've been able to submit to the time, even throughout the times where you might have felt discouraged or you were losing money, whatever. You still persevered and you got to where you currently are today.
Exactly, because there was those times where I was down on myself, trading, limiting my beliefs and not thinking I have what it takes to become a professional trader.
Talk to me about the doubts. What doubts did you have, before even joining my mentorship, or doubts about trading in general as a complete beginner? Like, what was the doubts that you had? You briefly mentioned a few earlier, but talk to me a little bit more.
Yeah, it was that. What I was saying, like before, I thought trading was basically gambling. That was a big belief, and I thought you needed to be lucky to win. But once I saw how exactly, I learned. I joined your course, and I seen how liquidity structures the market and how everything is. So it kind of clicked with me. But it really takes discipline and focus to really get there. But you get what I'm trying to say, right?
No, I understand 100%. So,
but also too, exactly. I started out trading. I joined an academy, and they was just teaching network marketing. I'm not gonna say that those years that I was there was all like I regretted or anything, because I learned network marketing. I got a payout, and now I started my own business. So all that network marketing that I learned back then, I can still apply to it. I can still apply it to my business now. So it's not like it was all completely useless.
But it wasn't like they weren't actually teaching you trading. I was in that as well. Yeah. It was like a pyramid scheme thing back in the day. No, I get it.
Exactly. So now I'm more structured. I have you as a better mentor that actually teaches me how to trade. I've learned concept and I apply them, and that's helped me be profitable and make more money to start my own business.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Okay, so you just mentioned that you started your own business. So talk to me a little bit about the business that you started, and then what was your biggest trading month? Like, I know that, going to work, you were making, maybe I think 2K a month. Is that what you said that you make?
Yeah, around 2.5.
So you were making 2K, 2.5K per month going to work. And you still are. You're still at work. You said you haven't quit yet. But
yeah, exactly.
How much have you been able to make from trading, in this short amount of time? What was your largest month that you've had?
I think my largest month I had would be a 10K month.
Wow.
I had a 10K month. I pulled out my profit. I still had money that I saved up from my job. And like I said, I've always had a business mindset, and I knew that with the money I make from trading, I could buy an asset, and I wanted to start a business. I want to be a business owner.
And what business were you able to start?
I was able to start my own jet ski business, and I'm currently doing around like 1K months, and I just started.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, especially most businesses do fail, in the beginning of, in the developing stages of it. So that's really good that and you have one jet ski, right?
One jet ski.
Yeah, you have one jet ski and you're doing 1K a month. It's you're renting it out for like what, $50 an hour, $60 an hour. So
120 an hour.
Oh, 120 an hour. Okay, even better. Yeah, you're in a good area. So 120 an hour, that's decent. And yeah, 1K a month, that means you got like what, 10 clients already?
Yeah, 1K. I mean, yeah, exactly. 10 clients within the past. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And how have you been able to more so, because I know when you first joined, you were wanting to help out your mom and help out your family and stuff and your people. So how were you able to do that with some of your trading profits?
Now I'm also able to help my parents with bills. I help them with bills. I have my own apartment within the house they own, so I pay my own rent. I help them pay electric. I've been able to use my profits to take us out on vacation.
That's amazing.
It's definitely changed a lot.
So trading, you'd say that trading was one of the best decisions that you ever made in your life?
Yeah, for sure.
If you could,
and one of the other best decisions I made was joining your course. Well, not your course, your mentorship program.
thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Talk to me
I
about.
appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. How if you can give yourself one piece of advice, to imagine you were 18 again, right? And you just got into trading, and you're like, you're doubtful. You're like, I don't have enough time. I don't know if it's gonna work for me. What is one piece of advice that you would give them that would, get them to keep going, or you to keep going during times where you might not have the necessary confidence and courage to keep going,
I would say, if you're just starting, my advice is simple. It would be like, don't try to learn everything at once, because I feel like that's where it was for me. I wanted to get rich quick. I was 18. I just graduated high school. I'm seeing other people on social media. So don't overwhelm yourself. Just stick with one thing. That's all you want to do. You don't want to overwhelm yourself trying to learn everything at once. A lot of people think they turn technical analysis into science. You just need to pick one simple strategy. Stick to that one simple strategy. Set up that one strategy, set up your risk, and make sure everything is just be patient. Let me see, what else? Yeah, that's what I would say. Don't overwhelm yourself when you're starting trading, because that's what I did. I was overwhelming myself with so much things for no reason, when all you had to do was pick one strategy, set your risk, and stay disciplined to your plan, and that's all it is. Get yourself a good mentor.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, it's definitely, and I know you were learning, you said from the multi-level marketing group as well, and you were learning from YouTube. There's too much information that's out there for you to digest. And when you start digesting all of this different information, it's information overload. You get analysis paralysis. You don't know who to listen to. You don't know if you should use this strategy. You don't know if you should use that strategy. This system works, but then this system also works. So you get just too overwhelmed, and then you start finding yourself stuck. So what you did, finding someone that you trusted, finding someone that you definitely resonated with, like me, is something that definitely I feel like helped you. And a lot of people overlook that. A lot of people aren't willing to invest, X amount of money into a mentor, yet they're willing to go to college and put themselves in debt and get a okay paying job. But just based off of you in the past 6 months or so, you've been able to entirely change your life around simply because you decided to lock in and take that risk. So I applaud you for that, for sure.
And I appreciate you for your knowledge and all your hard work and effort that you've sacrificed within your years.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been training myself for about 5-6 years now. So it's been quite a journey. I started when I was 15 years old. I'm 22 right now. Started taking it seriously when I was 18. So very similar to you. Got involved in all of the multi-level marketing schemes, whatever. Took a few mentorships. I was actually in ICT's mentorship as well back in 2021. And then I didn't start making money until 2022, for real. A lot of money till then, because it took me a while. See, because ICT's mentorship wasn't like how I have mine set up. I had no access to him. I essentially was just watching his videos and teaching myself. So I really went through a lot of heartache and a lot of
trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of trial and error. And the biggest thing that I couldn't get over was my psychology. And I had to work through that. I went through a lot of mental struggles, and even my relationship with my parents went down, and they wanted me to do one thing and I did the complete opposite. So it's very kind of similar to your situation as well. But yeah, man, extremely proud of you. Good job. We're going to continue to scale you. You said you've had a 10K month already. Let's get you to a 20, 30K month. Let's get you bumping. I know you use funded accounts as well. And I know you had a live account too in Forex as well. So, we're going to get you going. We're going to scale you. I'm going to show you a few things, and we'll get this ball rolling to the end off the year strong.
Yes, sir, bro.
Excited for you, bro. All right, Stefan.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for this. We'll chop it up later, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bro. Peace. If you made it this far in the video, I can tell that you're truly serious about changing your life. If you feel like you can benefit, okay, from something similar to what Stefan went through, if you genuinely feel like you could also be in his situation, going from an unprofitable trader to finally hitting your first $10, $12, $15,000 months, okay, then I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to dedicate my time to you. But again, I have to be certain, you have to be certain that this is actually what you want to do and you don't want to waste your time, okay? You genuinely want to change your life. Like I said, if you truly have the burning desire, the hunger to get to where you want to be in life. You want to escape having to work a regular job. I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to have you as my student. I'm going to, we'll have a conversation. We'll walk through your goals. We'll steer you where you want to be, where you currently are. And then I'll give you a step-by-step plan so that I can finally take you to that place that you want to be in. The link to apply is going to be down in the description below, but I do want to make a disclaimer. There is going to be a 4-figure investment up front. So again, I only want to work with the most serious individuals. I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time. But again, if you genuinely want to work with me one-on-one, the link is going to be down in the description below. I appreciate you for watching. I hope you learned something new today. And if you want to see more content like this, leave a comment down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.